and female gentlemen, the situation is crazy, all right? Honestly, honest to God, on God, insane. So Brett Cooper, someone who has run one of the most successful YouTube channels in the political sphere, was just fired. Bro, was just fired or quit. We don't exactly know what happened behind the scenes. All we know is she is gonzo. Remember her YouTube channel? It used to be called The Comment Section with Brett Cooper. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now called The Comment Section. No more Brett Cooper. She's gonzo. She was eliminated, kablurbled, kablasted, all right? And I have actually had this theory for a while that they were edging her out, because if you look at her content, like you'll see, all right, Brett Cooper, but then her co-host has suspiciously been showing up a lot more, all right? So you got a bunch of Brett Cooper videos, all right, a bunch of Brett Cooper, but then her co-host shows up and takes, again, almost as though they were grooming her to take over. All right, so let me, not grooming in that way, grooming in the less evil way, all right? Now, there are a lot of things I have to say about this. I understand the sphere of, like, these incredibly predatory business contract type situations very, very much, because in the VTuber world, believe it or not, this is every single VTuber corporation. The VTuber corporation will give a model and give a product to the talent to use, and then the VTuber corporation will basically control that talent. Now, one major difference is this is a face that she owns. No matter what the Daily Wire wants to do, they will never own her body. That sounded wrong. But a VTuber can take this to a much, much further step. Now, the craziest thing is, she grew this channel to 4.5 million subscribers, okay? She literally did this herself. Yes, the Daily Wire helped her. They got her a microphone. They got her a set. They gave her advice. They gave her all sorts of crazy shit to do. And collabs and to be able to help her grow. But ultimately, the people that are watching her videos every day, they're watching her videos for her. They're not watching her videos because it's the comment section. And the thing is, the Daily Wire knows that, which is why they're trying to Pat replace her. Now, I've heard a lot of creepy conspiracy theories that the Daily Wire was actually coaching her to basically have the same mannerisms as Brett Cooper for the takeover. But I want to dive into this situation. We have lots to look at today in this area. It's a really interesting cesspool. A really, really interesting internet cesspool. She didn't write most of the videos. I mean, the truth is, you don't know that. You have no idea what she did. Most of what she did was basically just commentary over a couple of TikTok clips. Anyone could do that. You don't need like a whole ass script for that type of shit. Obviously, it's part of the Daily Wire, so it's a right-wing ideology, and that's what she had, and that's what she focused on. And it's like, I think that my guess is, just before watching any of it, my guess is she had a contract with the Daily Wire, and we're in December right now. She's not renewing the contract, and she's leaving. And the channel, as per contract, belongs to the Daily Wire, so therefore they're going to replace her with somebody else to basically use her mannerisms and stuff. And simultaneously, she's probably going to start her own channel, her own career somewhere else, and I wish her nothing but the best of luck. I think she's, honestly, she's a really entertaining person. She's a really entertaining YouTuber, and I wish her nothing but success moving forward. Now, all that said and done, I don't know if it's the Daily Wire not wanting to pay her more, her feeling like she was boxed in. That is all personal stuff that we will never, ever know. The crazy thing is, the way the comment section immediately rebrands to the comment section instead of the comment section with Brett Cooper, and the way they were inserting people into literally step in her shoes, skinwalker style. It's almost like these giant moral companies that are just there to talk to you about morality and life. Turns out, it's really all about making money. Who'd have thought? All right, so anyway, I wanted to see Brett Cooper talking about leaving, and then I wanted to see someone's analysis of all this with some behind-the-scenes information. Because, honestly, I find this, the internet workings fascinating. I will cover everything that happened ever, including the fact that Brett Cooper, who, by the way, at this point, I know that I don't want to harp on this, but she is basically the most successful channel on the Daily Wire.
Welcome back to the comments.
I know that she probably doesn't have as many subscribers as Ben Shapiro, but by the fact that she's covering, like, let's go, Ben Shapiro. The fact that she's covering, like, more TikTok type trends, more not child audience, but more of a teen audience, I think she's definitely hitting a very different community. Like, just look at the difference here. Ben Shapiro, he has 7 million subscribers. He's obviously the biggest channel on the Daily Wire. But if you compare their views, she's getting like 1 million views pretty frequently, right? She's hitting 300,000 views on like every single video. And if you look at Ben Shapiro, He is not. Like, obviously, he is getting some videos that do well. He's a very famous man, but he is getting a lot less views than Brett Cooper. Arguably, Brett Cooper is the biggest channel in the Daily Wire. This is like an absolute insane shit. Now, you could argue that it's the Gooner difference, the Gooner audience, but I would go as far as to say that, we're not talking about that. And they totally didn't just replace her with another girl that's basically her age with similar mannerisms that's also a pretty girl. That's probably a total coincidence and not at all marketing. That probably was sarcasm. All right, let's see what she says.
Hey guys, some of you have heard the rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to...
This script that I am reading to you that was approved by the CEO is not something that I am saying due to force. The NDA that I have signed that will not allow me to give you the truth is totally not in place.
To leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day. Through the comment section, you all have made me braver, more articulate, more thoughtful, more hopeful than I could have ever imagined. And I'm grateful that we spent this time together. And I'm grateful that the Daily Wire gave us a platform to grow this community. But
yeah, a lot of people are saying that she was treated poorly by the fact that she's leaving now. My personal guess is she wants to do something different. Either that or she wanted a raise and they weren't willing to give her a raise. I don't know how the Daily Wire works. If it works purely based on salary, if it works on revenue split. Like, most talent agencies do work on some sort of revenue split, not salary. If she's actually being paid a salary, then I'll be honest, that's a pretty fucking predatory system. If it's purely salary-based, that's fucking insane. Holy shit. Holy shit. So I'm gonna assume it's somehow revenue split-based, just because if it's salary, then that is predatory as hell. Okay? Just in case that differentiation is not super clear to you. Let's say you have a big company, okay? Right? Yeah, but you have a big company. You have a big company. And they want to start a new channel. Now, new channel's not gonna make a lot of money. So, listen, we're not gonna do a revenue split because you're not gonna make a lot of money. We're gonna just give you a salary. A flat $100K a year. Damn, that's pretty good. For a new channel on YouTube, that's pretty nice. Anyway, 3 years later, Brett Cooper has 5 million subscribers on YouTube. And she's getting paid $100,000 a year when realistically she's probably making, you know what? I'm not even gonna be that guy. I'm just gonna show you how much she's making. I'm just gonna show you how much money this channel is bringing in. Yeah. So this channel is bringing in an average of $50,000 to $150,000 a month. And this is just the last month, which by the way had a 25 million view drop compared to the previous month. So my guess is she's making about $120,000 a month, if I had to guess, let's say, on her channel. And she has 2 sponsors in every video. Now, if she is actually just paid this flat 100K salary or whatever, then that's brutal. That is brutal. So my guess is they pay based on some sort of revenue split, because this is insane. It's insane to pay a salary for like a successful YouTube channel. That all said and done, if it is a revenue split and she feels like she could do better on her own and she wants to leave for that reason, I totally respect that. I think that is nothing but a good thing. Daily Wire did a good thing for her by giving her a platform in all these ways and whatever. You will never know the actual secret truth behind the scenes. You will never know how predatory these contracts are. You never know how these giant corporations that literally groom people to become entertainers for their network, you will never know how underhanded or evil they might be, or they might not be. There's no way for anyone to know on the outside. But it's just a super fascinating concept that the biggest channel on the Daily Wire right now is leaving, or is warping into somebody else hosting it.
But at this point in my life, I am ready to take on a new direction, both personally and professionally. This means new challenges and new endeavors, which I will share with you soon. As for this show, the comment section will continue with the Daily Wire. My producer...
Obviously, the company owns the channel. You thought you owned anything? Nah, you fool. You fool. Oh, imagine owning your own channel. Cringe. It's not like it's your face on the channel. We removed your face. We've replaced your face with headphones.
Taking over as host of the comment section, and I wish her and the Daily Wire all the best. We have had 3 great years.
No way, the co-host that's been secretly being pushed into all sorts of Daily Wire videos is actually the one that's running the Daily Wire. No way. No way the person that they've literally been sneaking into 2 videos a week is the one that they've been grooming to take over. What? That's crazy.
And
I mean, again, that. That is the normal, natural thing to do. It's like, imagine if Matt Pat, let's say, all right, so we'll use this as an example. You have Matt Pat, right? So he has game theory, film theory, food theory, and style theory, all right? He has 4 different theory channels. Now, after he has his 4 different theory channels, let's say the host of film theory ends up being cringe. He ends up getting exposed for doing some sneaky shit. What's Matt Pat gonna do? He's gonna replace that motherfucker. He still owns film theory. And realistically, that's kind of what's happening here.
I'm proud.
Like, it definitely seems super duper snaky from the outsider perspective. But realistically, they own the channel. They propped up her career. She is where she is largely because of them. And they're like, all right, we'll just replace her with a clone.
Out of what we've accomplished together. Leaving the show and the platforms that we've built is hard, but I'm very excited for what's to come.
Yeah, it is definitely a big moment, and I do wish her the best of luck.
Knowing that we have brought so many people together in laughter over these last 3 years means the world to me. I appreciate all of you, so let's chat again soon, but in the meantime, go touch some grass, kick some rocks, and we'll catch up shortly.
Damn.
And now for some final thoughts from the God King himself, Jeremy Boring.
Bro, she did not call the CEO of the company the God King. Ah, bro, she called the CEO of the Daily Wire the God King, unironically, bro.
Bittersweet indeed. We're sad to see Brett go, but we're excited to see her take the next step in her journey.
Everything is so fucking roboticized. It is crazy. It is crazy.
Brett's an amazing talent, both as a personality and as an actress.
Why don't you say that she's like a nice person or a good person? Amazing talent.
It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years.
It has been a pleasure to witness her monetize the channel and bring money into our grasp. We will be replacing her with another counterpart. Oh yes, the new one will be blonder. No, I'm sorry. I took that too far.
And her performance in the Pendragon cycle is sensational.
Bro, it is literally just about the talent. It is literally just about the talent. That is crazy. Bring the comment section to life. It's like the comment section is always, it's never been about her. It's never been about her. She helped bring it to life, but it's never been about her. Damn.
I'm certain that whatever Brett creates next will be filled with the same joy and laughter and heart that she's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire.
Damn.
And we wish her nothing but the best.
That was the best he could muster? A 2-sentence PR speech? Bro?
So,
Dude, I feel like there must have been some sort of crazy meltdown that happened behind the scenes. He does not look like he's happy for her to branch out and start her own journey. I don't know, man. We can only speculate at this point. I mean, this is how every fucking VTuber corporation feels when like one of their top talents graduates or whatever. Like, from his perspective, this channel that's been running really well and making a lot of money is just, you know, losing their talent, their main star. They're gonna try to replace her, but it will never be the same. The channel lost 40,000 subscribers over the last day.
She's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire, and we wish her nothing but the best.
So, my friends, while I have you here, I thought we could run it back one last time with the comment section. And last night, I was sitting at my laptop, literally racking my brain, trying to think about what would be the perfect last episode. I mean, there was so much that happened over the weekend that I desperately wanted to talk to you about, from Trump in France and the handshake wars with Macron, chatting with Joe Biden. Obviously, she looked very interested in him. I wanted to react to his wildly insane Meet the Press interview. Obviously, we can't forget Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy literally admitting on stage with the New York Times that she was the one who turned Trump down, not the other way around. And of course, the absolutely incredible news that Daniel Penny was found not guilty on all charges. Basically sending a huge FU to New York's woke pro-criminal justice system.
All right, so that's how she was gonna, is she sponsored? Just curious. Does she have a sponsor in this video? If she has a sponsor, that'd be fucking crazy. Bro, she does! She literally has a sponsor in this video where she's leaving. That's crazy. Oh my God, that's insane. Holy shit. Could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine her CEO, God King, being like, all right, now in your goodbye video, you're going to be putting this sponsor in at the 4-minute mark. Damn, that's wild. I feel like there's like last bit of money. Chat, you're not understanding what you, stop saying last bit of money, gotta get that bag. This sponsor money is almost definitely not going to her. This money is going to the company that owns her, that is monetizing her goodbye video. Again, you gotta wonder, it's kind of wild. Her final video is talking about P. Diddy and Jay-Z and shit. God damn, that's insane. Anyway, I hope that the comment section could stay alive with some new host that also brings friendship and heart. And I hope that Brett Cooper could find a future. But anyway, the crazy stuff is there's like this whole behind the scenes shit. Decoy Voice dropped this video 20 hours ago. And a lot of people told me that I had to look at this because they gave her acting classes to help her imitate Brett's mannerisms. Guys, they gave her acting classes to copy the mannerisms of the previous host. This is like skinwalking shit, bro. This ain't it, dude. All right, anyway, let's see what this is all about. It's like, it goes to show, like, how much authenticity is there really behind these mega corporations and their videos and their offshoots? Like, are you really watching a person, or are you watching a propaganda machine? I don't know.
Welcome back to the comment section. I am producer Reagan, filling in again for Miss Brett Cooper, but don't worry, she will be back on Monday. And don't worry, Brett will be back on Monday. And don't worry, Brett will be back on Monday.
Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire.
Well, the rumors were true, and just after a month of denying it, Brett Cooper announces she is leaving the Daily Wire.
All right, again, super acceptable. No one should be forced to do something they don't want to do. I don't know what the behind the scenes shit actually is like, but damn.
There's a lot to unpack here from this inorganic scripted statement from Brett. The confirmation
It was such an inorganic moment, bro.
Rumors about why she's leaving, and if I think the Daily Wire is officially doomed, as within a year, they've lost not one, but two of their top talents.
That's right. No! Wait, Candace Owens, right? She was in the Daily Wire. She left the Daily Wire. Was she also... Was it within the year? No. No, the two female talent in the Daily Wire left in the same year? Oh, God. That's not good.
As Candace Owens' departure was just 8 months ago.
Oh, no. That's not good. Daily Wire obtains gag order against Candace Owens despite Ben Shapiro wanting to debate. That is very not good. Oh, God. I wonder how far the NDAs are going to last. Something's going to leak at some point.
But as for the rumors, I'm thinking they're true.
And it's not just that the Daily Wire is pushing out Brett Cooper. It's actually that Brett Cooper is under one of these contracts that has her basically tied to secrecy and silence under NDA and can't say anything about it while they spin whatever narrative they want about it.
I mean, that's basically every organization, right? When they fire somebody, obviously they want to be able to come out the best. Obviously, they want to come out looking good. So that's why you have these Niji Sanji fucking companies, these giant VTuber organizations. They'll fire somebody, and then they'll put out a PR statement of all the terrible crimes that they've committed. And you'll look at these crimes and you'll be like, holy shit, good thing the VTuber agency took action and fired this naughty, negligent, unconscionable individual. And then you're going to find out, and you're never going to find out the truth because they're under an NDA. And they're going to sue them to oblivion. Now, I do think the VTuber stuff is more predatory than this, real people. Just simply put, VTubers are never allowed to acknowledge that they were working for Niji Sanji or that they were working for a VTuber agency. That is part of the NDA, that they can never acknowledge that they even worked for them. Because they didn't work for them. A different talent, a different character worked for them. So, that is in the contracts. So that is insane. Brett Cooper, her name is still Brett Cooper. The Daily Wire never owned Brett Cooper. So obviously that's not going to be as fucking insane. But dude, there's something fishy going on behind the scenes. And these giant mega corporations running all these channels, and it's kind of scary to see. Like, I wouldn't make this argument, but you could argue that a giant mega corporation just basically creating talent and manipulating them in order to create the type of content with the type of personality and the type of spin they want, you could argue that constitutes as some sort of content farm. Like literally farming content off of, instead of it's an individual niche, right? Like South Park content farms, where they're just farming out South Park videos. This is literally farming out right-wing political videos, which is very much why I was very excited to start my new YouTube channels, Rightanor and Leftanor, where one of them will grift all the way to the right, and the other one will grift all the way to the left. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 6 Trump videos every day. 3 pro-Trump, 3 anti-Trump. 3 will go on Rightanor, 3 will go on Leftanor. You're gonna see. We're gonna take over the world, boys.
They are promoting her best friend.
That's right. You don't understand. Rightanor, video comes out. Trump is the God King. We love him. He's orange. He's great. He's amazing. Then Leftanor comes out. He's a felon. He's a bigot. He's a rapist. Oh, yes! Fuck, dude, Rightanor and Leftanor, I'm telling you, it's going to be the greatest social experiment of all time.
Thing about it, while they spin whatever narrative they want about it, they are promoting her best friend, who was her maid of honor at her wedding.
No! Wait, this comment section person that's been taking over was her maid of honor at her wedding and her best friend? Maybe Brett Cooper just wanted to take time off. Maybe Brett Cooper is like pregnant and wants to take a year off to take care of a baby and doesn't really want to do this kind of thing so much anymore. And because of that, they decided that they didn't want to release that, and so they just replaced her with her best friend. And because she, oh my god, they literally gave acting classes to her best friend to skinwalk. This is crazy shit, bro. Oh, the soullessness of these big companies.
They apparently, allegedly, gave her acting classes to help her imitate Brett's mannerisms.
That's fucking crazy. That is actually fucking crazy, bro. Holy shit. Can you even imagine that? Can you even imagine that? Bro, listen, as someone that's been backstabbed and betrayed a lot more than once in this industry, I can't say I'm surprised to see this kind of thing happen. Brett Cooper, listen, I'm just saying, if you want to become a VTuber, I'm willing to collab. We'll start a podcast, all right? All right, we'll start a podcast. We'll call it, we'll call it something not at all related. It'll be great. It'll be crazy. You'll be my co-host on Rightanor. Don't pay attention to Leftanor, okay? That over there, Destiny and I are gonna... Okay, never mind.
No. And when I was talking to
Dude, imagine your best friend is being paid to imitate you and take over your life. That's insane. She was such a big hit that I want to clone her? Bro.
a girl with the family I was staying with before, she's like an 18-year-old chick that loves Brett Cooper. She's a total super fan. And she was like, yeah, the Reagan episodes are kind of weird.
Welcome back to the comment section. So obviously,
That's not just similar. Wait. Bro, I sound like Brian Griffin. What the
The Reagan episodes are kind of weird.
welcome back to the comment section. So obviously,
No.
The Reagan episodes are kind of weird.
welcome
The same headphones, the same white shirt, the same hand motion.
back to the comment section.
The crooked smile! No! Not the crooked e-girl smile. There's no way.
So obviously, I talk Harbrand into a whole new stratosphere of woke confusion. About feminism, I'm concerned about the growing gender divide. But before we get into today's episode, make sure you like this video. Before we dive into this episode though, make sure that you like this video.
The same hand clasps! I am Judy! There is no war at Ba Sing Se! I am also Judy! What is going on right now? It's not the same shirt or smile. Bro, obviously it's not the same shirt. They're probably different sizes, but bro, they both do the crooked smile thing.
If you have not already,
As I understand, two best friends are going to have similar mannerisms, but you
Bro, this is not They do the same hand clasps! Okay, this is a little freaky. This is a little bit freaky, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit scary. I'm a little bit perturbed here. How deep does this go? How deep does this go?
can't convince me this isn't done entirely on purpose, as this just looks like when two people pick the same character in Street Fighter, where they have all the same moves with a different color scheme. And at one point in time, it worked, as the first time Reagan hosted the comment section a month ago. It was
just a month ago that her first time, and they just started shoving her in more and more. I already showed you, she did a lot of them.
received incredibly well, stating Reagan was a natural. They wanted to see an episode that featured them together.
Oh god, they thought she was just a friend that was filling in, and that they would do collabs, and it would be nice content, and...
Speculating she will be a stand-in for...
Wow, she's the fill-in for when Brett goes on maternity leave. This is her test run episode. Calling it!
when Brett gets pregnant. But looking back on those top comments, I honestly wonder if those weren't planted by the Daily Wire themselves.
I don't think so. I think that's taking the conspiracy a little bit too far. Maybe not, but I highly doubt it. I think that's just normal people thinking, because that's a normal thing to think.
To try to
Brett Cooper gets married. She's obviously a conservative, talks a lot about having kids. I don't think that's like such an unreasonable position.
astroturf a narrative of Reagan is just as good as Brett. Us fans should have loyalty.
I don't think it's anyone over there in any of those comments said that Reagan is just as good as Brett, just that she's like another person that brings an extra dynamic to the show.
To the brand, but unlike sports teams that have star players come and go, I don't think people see the Daily Wire like the Dodgers or the Celtics.
Oh, 100%. I think he's completely right. When it comes to YouTubers and commentators in general, for the most part, people have some sort of connection to the people that are talking on the screen, right? Like, obviously, you don't know me in real life. Obviously, we're not like personal IRL best friend buds. We get ice cream, we bump uglies, we fucking have sex all the time, sloppy toppies on the table, dick measuring contests and all that, like everyone does with their homies on a normal Tuesday. But I do think you, to some extent, watch me for my personality, not just for the type of stuff that I'm covering, right? Like, if we would just immediately replace me, even imagine I would even have the same VTuber model, okay? The same VTuber model, all right? Replaced with a different character that's acting my VTuber model guy. It would literally kill the channel in an instant. The entire channel would just disappear immediately. Fellas, it's not gay if you say no homo. Okay? Well, because then ultimately, it's not me. It's ultimately just not me at that point. And you're watching my content for me. Otherwise, you'd watch someone else's content. I do think that there is some level of trust between a YouTube personality and the audience of that YouTuber. I'm not here to fill a position like, let's say, his example is a sports player. A sports player's job is to be the best sports player they could be. The best batter, the best pitcher, right? That is what they are there for. And they will be replaced, and you know that they will be replaced the moment there's a better alternative. No one will be upset if the Dodgers swap out their pitcher for a better pitcher, right? That just seems like kind of a normal thing to do. But that is very much not the case with these, I don't want to say parasocial relationships because that sounds scummy, but these connections formed between a real human being and an audience that watches them for them. Even if I was replaced with someone else that was not me, but was objectively funnier than I am, objectively funnier, it still would be a betrayal, I think, because you are watching me for me. And a lot of people don't look at YouTubers in this way, so when you have the comment section just drop Brett Cooper, it really feels like a whole other channel at this point. It just completely becomes a whole ass other channel, which is kind of wild. Obviously, the Daily Wire knew that this was a possibility going into it, for sure. But, you know, replacing me with someone that has a better personality. No!
I think YouTube stars are more seen like musicians on a record label. Sure,
I don't think so. I think even more than that. I don't think YouTube stars are seen like musicians on a record label. While a lot of people do have connections with a musician, I think musicians, for the most part, release good music. And you want to listen to music that is good. It's not... I think that YouTubers are even closer than musicians on a record label. It's closer than actors also, because actors are just reading a script that someone else wrote. I feel like we're in like a very interesting new state of affairs here, you know? I'm trying to think of a good analogy in some other field, but there really isn't something like this anywhere else, you know? I really feel that way. A talk show host, maybe? I guess a talk show host would be a similar difference. Even though I think a YouTuber, compared to their audience, is even more... It's an even more close relationship than a talk show host. A talk show host's material goes through writers and editors and jokesters and other people. So even if the talk show host is replaced, if they have the same team, 80% of the content will be the same. A YouTuber will not even have that. So yeah, damn, fuck.
Production team can swap out a singer and make an identical song, which is exactly what the Daily Wire is doing here. But the fans develop these parasocial relationships with the individual, not the platform from which they discovered that person.
Yeah, obviously no one gives a flying fuck about the comment section. People watch it for Brett Cooper. Or for the content, whatever.
As the fans began to notice Reagan replacing Brett more frequently, so recently whenever Reagan recorded an episode for the comment section, their comment section started to sour on Brett's absence.
Didn't listen to the episode. I'm all for Reagan filling in here and there, or having her own channel. If Brett's being pushed out, I'm not on board. Seems like we'll all leave, we want Brett. See, again, I don't think this is any hate towards Reagan for filling in. This is no hate towards Reagan for making content. People got the idea that the Daily Wire, the Uber company, is just pushing Brett out for whatever reason.
Saying they only watch the show and the Daily Wire because of Brett Cooper, and if she leaves the Daily Wire, so will their money. And when Brett recorded her final episode, officially announcing her departure, people stated they were only watching for Brett, not the show itself.
Interesting. 4.48. Interesting. What's it at right now? Ooh! Dude, this was a 1 day difference. This was a 1 day difference. Holy shit. They lost 40,000 subs in a day. That's crazy.
Officially announcing her departure, people stated they were only watching for Brett, not the show itself. They'll follow her in whatever she does next, even a farming channel, as this is like the Joe Rogan podcast without Joe Rogan.
Because that's the person that their people connect to when they watch the Joe Rogan podcast. I do get that. Now, he's coming from the perspective of audience disappointment, which I do think is definitely a valid perspective to have. But from a business perspective, like, what's the Daily Wire supposed to do if Brett Cooper decides to leave? Let's say for a second they didn't push her out. Let's say it wasn't even a monetary dispute. Let's say she just decided she wants to leave. She had enough. All right? Hypothetically. All right? Completely hypothetically. Let's say she just wants to leave. And what's the Daily Wire supposed to do? Obviously, they're not going to force her to stay and force her to extend her contract. Obviously, she's allowed to leave. If I was the Daily Wire, I would also try to insert a new host to kind of take over. I would just not be this opaque about it. I would make some sort of announcement. I would tell the truth. I'd be like, listen, Reagan wants to pursue other careers and do other things, so she decided to leave, and we decided to support her on her journey. This is where you could support her as well. Here's her Instagram link, whatever the fuck. Don't worry, the comment section is still here for people that want to stick around. Obviously, you were here for Brett, and we respect that, but we still want the best content that we can make, or something like that. I really feel like that would be much better. And by the fact that the CEO guy, who, by the way, has every incentive in the world to say it that way, by the fact that he didn't say that, but he instead gave this sussy-wussy shit, she is an amazing talent and an amazing actress. We wish her luck. That's like, something else is happening, bro.
As many people don't 100% believe this seemingly scripted statement.
It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice.
Yeah, but again, it's not true I'm being forced out. It's my own choice to leave. That could be technically true, right? It could be like, listen, we are not giving you a raise. And she's like, but I literally can't afford to live. We are not giving you a raise. We are not giving you any time off. Now, we're not forcing you out or anything, but if you want to stay here, you're gonna need to work double as hard. Okay, listen, right, that's also possible. Technically, they didn't force her out. She could have just worked double as hard for half the pay. She could have done that in this hypothetical scenario. So yeah, so that statement is obviously a nothing burger for me.
To leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. I have had the most unbelievable 3 years.
Dude, the way she stares into your soul when she says it's bittersweet.
To leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet.
Bro, it's bittersweet. Sorry. She just looks like Dumbledore about to, strangle Harry for throwing his name in the goblet of fire.
I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day. And I'm grateful that the Daily Wire gave us a platform to grow this community. But at this point in my life, I am ready to take on a new direction, both personally and professionally.
Which was followed with an HR.
Which, by the way, again, the thing is, we don't know. Obviously, this is all PR speak, and this is all behind closed doors and secrets, and no one has any idea. I personally am inclined to believe that everything is kind of wholesome, because that's what I want to believe, okay? Maybe I'm naive, but that's what I want to believe. And they're a business. Like, they're gonna replace her with another host, which just makes sense, right? Like, they're gonna replace her with a host that actually can do what they're, know what they're doing. The training the best friend thing, it's a little sussy.
Sounding statement from the...
They should have been clear about it. Like, they knew about this for a long time. Brett knew about this for a long time. They should have made this clear. Unless it didn't happen this wholesomely.
CEO.
We're sad to see Brett go, but we're excited to see her take the next step in her journey. Brett's an amazing talent, both as a personality and as an actress.
It's so weird to me that he's praising her as a personality and an actress and not as a person. I feel like that is such a, red fucking flag. Like, whenever you see someone leave, whenever you see someone leave in, an incredibly wholesome way, like someone, leaves from some sort of company, like, they make a video being like you brought so much heart to this community. You were a beacon of goodness. You were so kind. I'm so happy to be able to call you a friend. I hope we can still remain friends in the future. And, this sounds like some sort of VOT shit. It's like, you were a very useful asset until the very end. We have perfected Compound V, and we no longer need you. It's like, bro! Actress is a weird choice of words. Okay, actress is not that weird of a choice of words because she is literally acting in the Daily Wire's Snow White movie. So she is literally an actress. So that is not a weird choice of words. It is weird that he's only praising her on her actual, asset capabilities instead of, talking about her as a person that's leaving. That does weird me out, and it does make me feel like there is some sort of internal conflict.
It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years, and her performance in the Pendragon cycle is sensational. And we wish her nothing.
So, and again, that's something that's owned by the Daily Wire, this Pendragon cycle or whatever it is. But but it's kind of wild. Very great asset, bro. It's like, our next host will have a boob job. She will be even better and stronger than our previous host. Dude, it's just whenever I see the CEOs talking about this, it just gets me so worked up. You never know what's true. You never know what's false. You never know how much disingenuous shit gets put into everything in order to promote some sort of propaganda, bro, dude. That's how conservatives speak. That is not how conservatives speak, okay? Conservatives are humans, you piece of shit. What are you talking about? Worry not, the new host's tits shall be bigger. No, that's fucked up, bro. Don't say that. That's disrespectful. I don't know, but it is kind of weird that they're replacing her with someone with the same exact fucking mannerisms.
Nothing but the best.
And I imagine every word of those statements were pre-scripted and lawyer approved.
Duh!
As it really comes down
This is a big company. How much is the Daily Wire worth? The Daily Wire is worth, what? I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess the Daily Wire is worth $50 million. Daily Wire net worth? I am so wrong. I am so incredibly wrong. So unfathomably wrong. The Daily Wire brought in $220 million in revenue last year. My Jew senses have failed me. No, that's because Top Jew is in the Daily Wire himself. All right. Listen, I was analyzing it like from the perspective of like something else, but like I didn't realize that like Top Jew was literally there. All right. I'm just saying. I was out Jude. I was out Jude. No. Subscribe so we can become Top Jew and pass Ben Shapiro.
To who had the final cut of this clip, because even if Brett wrote it herself, she recorded it knowing nothing other than the narrative the Daily Wire wanted was going to get posted on the channel the Daily Wire owns.
Well, obviously he's got, she doesn't own the channel. She can't upload whatever she wants. She's under an NDA. Like, from the company perspective, that does make sense. From the audience perspective, it feels like a betrayal. I think that these could definitely both be legitimate statements.
Which sadly was something Steven Crowder had discussed back in the beginning of 2023.
Yeah, but Steven Crowder had like a whole fucking crash out at that point from what I remember. We gotta do Steven Crowder lore, because I heard some sussy things and I want to know how true they are.
Kids out there, coming up, we need to build a bench here in this movement. It's almost impossible. Don't sign these contracts. Effectively, full ownership of all your social media.
100%. Obviously, it's a predatory contract. Dude, but here's the thing. No one is forcing you to join. So, from what I remember from the Steven Crowder thing, he was offered a $50 million salary, literally to just work for the Daily Wire. Bro, you do not need to join. You could just decline. Why do you gotta air out all this dirty laundry? I don't know. I'm fully on Daily Wire's side on this one. They have the right to make you an offer. Daily Wire, make me an offer. I might refuse, but make me an offer. Right, listen, you don't want to know how good Rebranding is going to be. Rebranding is literally going to fucking take the world by storm. I'm telling you. You want to get that VTuber market, bro. That VTuber market. I'll make fun of as many children on TikTok as you want. All right, listen, I'm just saying. For a cool 50 mil.
Platforms, channels, in perpetuity, the rights to your content name, image, likeness. Frankly, it's worse.
Holy shit, likeness? No way, it is a VTuber company. We will have exclusive right to manage, curate, and monetize creators' Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Snapchat, Rumble, and all those social media accounts, excluding creators' additional personal Twitter and Instagram accounts during this term. Additionally, Daily Wire will have the perpetual and exclusive right to create, own, manage, curate, and monetize any social media accounts, any social media platforms to provide Crowder content and shows. All right, nice. Merch rights. The Daily Wire will maintain the exclusive right to create and sell Crowder and Crowder content branded merchandise. Holy shit, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Perpetuity, the rights to your content name, image, likeness. Frankly, it's worse than Disney. It's worse than ABC. It's worse than...
Holy shit, bro. Slavery with extra steps. See, I disagree. Listen, as a capitalist myself, I do have to say, I do appreciate the free market. I like that they offer him this, and I like that he said no. I would definitely say no to this. For anything under 10 mil. I'm just saying, the Taku likeness, it's all fucking yours, bro. 10 mil? Cool 10 mil? I don't know if I'd tell him 10 mil, to be honest. That seems like a little low. We'll work it out. Listen, Ben. Listen, you have my email? No, fuck.
Than NBC, it's worse than CBS. This is ownership of you and everything that you do.
Yes, and you can decline. Like, bro, this is hello, bro, dude. Well, welcome to capitalism. I don't understand why he's complaining. This is literally what he stands for. They made him an offer. He said no. Fine. Like, well, why do you gotta air out all the dirty laundry? It's kind of wild.
You know what? They don't get deals like this.
So they don't get deals that...
They can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand.
So it is a salary. Fuck. Oh my god. All right. It kind of looks like Brett Cooper really got a salary and didn't even get a revenue split. She's raking in an easy $100,000 a month on her channel, and she's probably paid a salary of like, I don't know, 100K a year, 10K a month, let's say. Because again, she started from nothing, right? She literally started from nothing. She started from nowhere, but she was given this platform by the Daily Wire, who literally kind of groomed her into becoming who she is right now. And I don't mean groomed in a bad way. I mean just like trained and, gave her the assets, gave her the set, gave her the stuff. Was she an already popular internet figure before the Daily Wire took over? What's her oldest content like? Welcome to the comment section with Brett Cooper.
Okay, so we all do it. We stay up way later than we should, laying in bed, scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, trying to find content that is not angry leftists having a meltdown.
Boo! We love angry leftists having meltdowns.
That's where the comment section comes in. 5 days a week, viral content, and jumping into the insanity that is, of course, the comment section. And no blue-haired liberals, except the ones I'll be responding to. Because like most young people, my life is literally overrun by woke ideologies. Like I'm telling you guys.
Dude, I'm telling you, they knew exactly what they were doing when they got her for this position. Who is Brett Cooper, though? Welcome to the conversation with Brett Cooper, an irreverent viral content and news review show. Against the grain. Dude, that's so wild. That's so wild.
When I was at UCLA, I had two communist manifestos chucked at my head, literally. Like, forgive my passion, but guys, like, I lost friends over this because I wouldn't support BLM and I wouldn't shut up about my political beliefs. And it doesn't end in school. I mean, our pop culture, all of our movies, our social media, they're all run by progressive mentalities. It's obnoxious. So we've decided to change that. Like, we deserve better. We deserve content that is irreverent and fun, but without leftism, you know, being shoved down our throat. So this show was born. I'm Brett Cooper, and this is the comment section.
She didn't even mention the Daily Wire. That's kind of wild. I would have thought she would have at least talked about it. Right? Just curious. What are the tags on her videos? Yeah, if you look at the tags on her videos, based on my incredibly sussy secret technology that I have here. Yes, check this out. So, channel tags. All right, you got the classic conservative TikTok, woke SJW reaction, leftist, liberal, yeah, all that. But you also have Daily Wire, The Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, right? Like, you definitely have some of that shit. So it's just, all right. Well, anyway, you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder what happened to her. You gotta wonder what these contracts look like. Obviously, she didn't go into there as like some super famous multimillionaire. And it's very likely that they gave her this channel, they gave her a steady salary, and at this point, she just grew way bigger than what her salary is offering her, and she might want to leave. So she might have asked them for either ownership of her channel or a higher salary. They might have said no, and she was like, okay, bye. And she might have just left because of that. I think that's like probably the most reasonable suggestion. And there probably was some sort of internal beef over it. I didn't see Ben Shapiro dropping this whole goodbye, teary-eyed goodbye, you were a great friend. It really doesn't seem like that.
That you then own.
Well, I own parts of it. I don't own it. They can, when their contract's up, they can still go out and they'll still be famous. They can keep doing their shows, so go do a show somewhere else. They'll be in a far better place. You helped make them.
No, not long as this contract. This contract owns it in perpetuity even after the contract. You're paying a lease but getting ownership. That's what this contract is.
On the content that we paid to produce, yes.
Now, a lot of people...
Dude, he recorded that call with the CEO of the Daily Wire without telling him? Damn! Yeah, anyway.
We're outraged to hear him say wage slaves, but I somewhat understand what he's saying here, as I used that record label analogy earlier, because I truly believe social media influencers are the rock stars of Gen Z. As kids no longer want to be musicians and professional athletes, they want to be TikTokers, Twitch streamers, or YouTubers. Woo! So just like how record labels would sign unknown singers into predatory contracts to take the lion's share of the revenue.
Oh, 100%. And it's a very similar idea here. There are these companies that are actually scoping out talent and just literally scooping them up and saying, listen, kid, we know that you have a bright future ahead of you, but you don't have a chance. You can't make it in this game without my tutelage. You can't make it in this game. Come a little closer. Come over here. I got you, Bubba. Let me help you. I'll get you a microphone. I'll make your thumbnails. All you gotta do is follow your dreams and make content. You don't even make any money. I'll give you money. Now I expect some love in return. I'll own the channel because right now it's not even monetized. How about that? Yeah, does that sound good? Come to Papa. And I mean, realistically, that's Nux as the Penguin. Oh fuck. Oh god. I mean, realistically, that's what a lot of these giant contract companies do. And I know a lot of talent agencies and stuff that gets a little sussy. Again, in the VTuber space, it makes a lot more sense because the VTuber company is literally paying for a $5,000 VTuber model for the talent. And they don't own the talent. Like, the likeness of the human is not owned by the VTuber company. But, bro, it gets really sussy-wussy once it comes to, like, the predatory contracts. And it's always been that way. And unfortunately, the naive talent... They have no idea. They have no idea what they're walking into. Yeah, it was probably just some sort of monetary dispute. Are you aware why Candace Owens was fired? I have no idea.
Before home studios and social media, musicians needed the infrastructure of a record label to attain stardom, which was basically the same thing the Daily Wire did for Brett Cooper, as she is a superstar right now, but how quickly do people forget that she was essentially an industry plant? It isn't necessarily a negative thing.
I mean, she was. She literally was. She was literally trained and groomed into becoming who she is. Like, realistically, she was told the type of content to make and the type of content to react to and the morality that she needs to promote. Again, that is what she did.
But unlike most YouTubers starting off in their studio apartments with 480p webcams talking into a headphone mic, Brett started her channel doing collaborations with huge YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No, it definitely helped. The boost is crazy, right? Yeah, Ben Shapiro, 7 million subscribers on YouTube, collaborating with Brett Cooper. That's obviously going to bring a lot of eyeballs to Brett Cooper. Like, objectively, this experience, aside from maybe personal stuff that we don't know about behind the scenes, but this experience, purely on a financial standpoint, was a massive net positive for Brett Cooper. Like, Brett Cooper could start her own channel right now, do exactly the same shit she was doing with the comment section, and she would absolutely kill it and have full ownership because of it. Unless, oh god, fuck, dude, I've seen too many of these contracts to actually think about it this way. Unless she had a non-compete clause in her content that said that she's never allowed to make commentary political content on YouTube for like a certain time period after leaving the Daily Wire. Oh, that is likely. Wow.
Professional video production, and most importantly, mentorship from people at the top of her niche. So even if you believe the Daily Wire is the villain in this scenario, if you love Brett Cooper, you should still somewhat be appreciative for platforming her in the first place. Because
True.
Even if the Daily Wire
100% true. It is definitely a net positive. You just gotta wonder, the behind the scenes shit.
sinks, Brett Cooper is the Justin Timberlake, as the comment section has already deleted with Brett Cooper and replaced her with nothing. It appears the channel is starting to lose subscribers by the tens of thousands, while Brett Cooper's new YouTube has over 100,000 subscribers before—
Why would she have to quit then? Were her opinions hers? You guys, dude, there are many levels here, okay? There are so many levels here. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Again, I'm here for the neutrality and for the chaos. I find all this stuff fascinating. But, dude, non-compete means she cannot compete with who she was in Daily Wire. If Daily Wire replaces her with her co-host in the comment section, then she, maybe, signed some sort of non-compete to not be allowed to make the same type of content that the host of the comment section is doing right now. That is possible. The government tried to shut down non-compete clauses, but it's still active in many scenarios based on certain parameters. That's one. Two, maybe she wanted to leave because she was getting financially cucked. All right, Brett Cooper, listen, go full VTuber, okay? I'm telling you, go VTuber! Go full VTuber! Very excited for the next Daily Wire VTuber to come out. Cret Booper, she's gonna be insane!
Even uploading a single video, which is especially significant as the channel that she's leaving has every single video receiving well over 300,000 video views. Compared to the Daily Wire star Ben Shapiro, despite his over 7 million subscribers, sometimes struggles to get even over 50,000 views. Which should be alarming, as this one-man bootleg operation at Decoy Voice is closer to Brett's numbers than Ben's, and that's me doing videos about squirrels. But if you look at the Daily Wire's other personality that left the network,
all right, here we go.
Candace Owens looks like she's at the top of the niche, regularly receiving over 1 million views per video, with her live streams seeing identical, if not better, viewership.
That's crazy. Hold up, we gotta do some research here into Miss Owens. I don't know anything about her.
Which I think Brett Cooper will see similar success on her solo channel.
Yeah, 100%. I think that she absolutely needs to do a solo channel. But by the fact that Candace Owens is still doing this, that means that probably there wasn't some crazy NDA. Or some crazy non-compete clause.
As even though the Daily Wire controlled Cooper's career during peak election season, likely raking in millions of dollars from ad revenue and brand deals, in the long run, Brett won, as I think most people would rather be in Brett's position than Reagan or even Ben. So if you appreciate my—
Oh, 100%. Dude, Brett Cooper is in an insanely good spot right now if she's actually able to jump out and do some crazy shit. I'm just saying, she definitely has the ability. She has the fame. It's like the people that leave like these giant VTuber agencies and then end up super famous once they leave. Again, I think that this is just a super interesting situation. I think they handled it insanely poorly. Like, dude, they handled it in the least human way possible when social media is all about the human interactions.
one-man operation that provides concise, light-hearted commentary on the tragic status of today's reality. Hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the video on how even New York City is beginning to reject their woke nonsense.
Alright, well, let's go. Anyway, so this is Decoy Voice. I'd never watched his videos before, but I liked this video. This was a banger. Dude, they gave her acting classes, bro, to imitate Brett's mannerisms. That's crazy. I literally made this joke. Daily Wire just announced a new host, Cret Booper. Bro, it's a VTuber that looks exactly like, holy shit, bro, that's crazy. Anyway, that was an interesting video. I'm down to check out more of his stuff. He makes good shit. I will link him in the description. But all in all said and done, I do have to say, this is an interesting scenario. The predatory giant industry contracts are super prevalent everywhere, and no one even knows about it. Again, I'm not gonna say that this is some kind of misinformation, all right? I'm not saying this is some kind of misinformation, but it is kind of misinformation-y. Like, there definitely is a lot of really interesting situations that come up where we think we're dealing with a human being that's just telling me their opinions and doing things because they want to do it, when in actuality, that is not the case. But if you look at Brett Cooper's channel right now, and like the last month where she knew she was leaving, and she was putting on the happy face saying, subscribe for more Brett Cooper. Like, it's an interesting, like, weird reality we live in where people are wearing masks for a living in this industry. There's so much backstabbing. There's so much insanity. I would like to see some sort of evidence for the acting class thing instead of just an allegation, but that's fucked up. If true, that's hilarious. Like, dude, that side-by-side sent me. That just flipped me out, bro. Anywho, this is a really interesting meta reality that we live in right now. And I'm excited to see the chaos of how this keeps unfolding. How more people keep manipulating people based on fake personalities that they show online. Definitely subscribe. Definitely invest in the Haktua crypto scam. And remember to stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.